Hey everybody, it's Travis with Food Forest Abundance, Minnesota, and just making another update video. It's been like 3 days. I made the last one on Friday, I think it was. So, gonna make another update video and show you where things are at. Tomatoes are going crazy, peppers are starting to catch up. All the herbs and lettuces, and they're all starting to go through a little growth spurt. And got a couple more sprouts in my seed tray and everything else. The cannabis is doing amazing, really starting to fill out. Yeah, but it looks good. I'm going to turn you around here. All right, I'm going to get down to this level here so you can see how tall these tomatoes are. Okay, these will be turning 1 month old this week. So look how tall they are after 1 month in a deep water culture bucket system. Okay, and then over here we got the peppers, and they're starting to grow. The poblanos are doing great in the back. And then these are the Cal Wonders, which basically it's kind of like a green pepper, red pepper, like a bell pepper. But they're just a little bit longer, a little skinnier. And then we got the black Hungarians, and those look like a dark purple or dark colored jalapeno is what they look like, I think. But yeah, these ones are yellow pear tomatoes, and this is going to be full of yellow pear tomatoes once it starts flowering, and they go crazy. And then these Roma tomatoes. First time I'm growing Roma tomatoes, but the plant is looking amazing. The leaves are getting huge. So yeah, I'm gonna have to start pruning these up below so I could start, and then trellis them. I keep talking about that. So that's the one thing I have to do over the next couple days is start the trellis. And then the black cherry peppers is what those are. And then of course we got banana. And all her little pups, a bunch of little pups in there, and then there's all our basil and spinach and red romaine, green romaine. There's some leeks in here. I think I said basil. There's some dill and some chard. That's what that is. It's chard right here. Those two. Yeah, they won't be able to grow really big in here just because it's just a 1 inch or 1.5 inch net pot. So we'll see how big I can grow them. I had some huge basil last winter where the leaves were as big as my hand, which was absolutely crazy. And I had some parsley and cilantro where the leaves were just huge in this bucket system, and they seem to do really well. These spots that didn't sprout, I'll probably throw some cilantro in there so I can grow some more of that. And then the basil will be coming up soon. Well, it's already coming up, but it'll start filling out. Here we got some seedlings and another one coming up in here. And they're just taking their time. I really don't care how long they take as long as they sprout. I know I'm not going to get 100%, but we'll see. Because it's just going to be tree seedlings or berry bush seedlings. And then we got the pepper plant, but it looks like they're all starting to yeah, they're all falling off. There's a couple that look like they're going to go, but we'll see. And then we got the other peppers. These peppers are starting to grow now. So and that can be eaten soon. And then there's the other banana pepper in here, and I got the citronella, all little baby bananas. And we will call them teenagers about now because they already got babies. They already got pups. And then over here we got the mamacitas, and this one's a purple queen. That one's also, yeah, Purple Queen. This one, the Royal Cheese. I'm gonna switch those actually right now. And after I get done with the video, I'll switch them so they're all together. And then, yeah, the ones, we got the Royal Cheese down here. They're all looking really good. And Critical is, I like the way that one's starting to spread out. Looks really nice. And I know that's going to be the shortest one of all of them. I think the most they'll get is indoors. I think 3 feet. I think it said 2 to 3 feet. So that one's not going to get huge, which I don't mind. And the other ones are going to get about 4. Like 3 to 4, maybe even taller than that. Just depends. But I know indoors they don't grow as tall as they do outdoors. So yeah, so they'll be, in another couple weeks I probably will have to move them out of the shelf here, and or at least move the ones on the bottom over underneath the stairs, and so they have plenty of room. See, I got a lot of room under here, so that's all going to be where they can flower in here, and they'll finish up in there, and they'll be all closed off, and they're going to do great. First time growing, but I know a lot of people give me comments about what I'm doing wrong and whatever. That's all right. I'm not a professional, so I don't need professional equipment. I don't need professional lights. I don't need professional fans. I don't need professional circulation, all that stuff. I got fans here. I got lights. I'm gonna make it work. And I'm using this entire room. I also grow food in here, not just weed. So the weed is not my top priority, although, you know, I'm gonna love the results that come out of these. But my food is where my priority is. So, and microgreens are I'll plant them in the next couple days. A few trays of microgreens, and those are pretty easy. And within 10 days, they'll be ready to harvest. And that's that. But that's gonna do it for a short video for me today. And yeah, just like, subscribe to my channel, leave some comments if you'd like. I also put up a website. It's just really simple, nothing complicated. It's called growweedmn.com. growweedmn.com. It's just basically a beginner's guide how to grow weed. And then there's some links to all the materials that you need. You get these canvas pots, or you can go with plastic pots, or you can go with a deep water culture system like this. That's what I'm going to try next, to see how that works out. But everything you need is right on that website to just start growing your own. There's links that go right to Amazon, to one page with all different types of LED lights and all, full spectrum grow lights, whatever, and you'll be able to choose whatever level you want to get in at. I mean, some people want to go all out and they want to buy an entire tent and all the equipment, and that's great. You can spend $1,000 on a really nice setup, or $500-600. That is what it is. I don't feel I need to do that, so I won't. And once I do, within the next 6 months, I'm hoping I will be in a large place with a lot of property, and I'm gonna have some greenhouses on the site. So I will be moving all this stuff into another place, and then I will have a larger setup, obviously, but I'm going to have greenhouses because I will be starting a nursery so I can support all my clients. So when I design somebody's yard and turning it into a food forest, and they need apple trees, they need pear trees, they need plum trees or peach nectarine, they need kiwi, they need cherry trees, all that type of stuff, I'm gonna have them growing right on my property. So I will also not only be able to design and install a food forest on your land or your property or your backyard or whatever, I will also be able to provide trees for the installations. So kind of, you know, and there you're going to get quality trees, and they will all be grown without poisons, nothing, no chemicals, no pesticides, herbicides, insecticides. There's none of that crap that will be in my soil or on my plants or trees or berry bushes or whatever I'm growing. Everything is all natural systems, the way nature intends. We create soil, and that's another thing I will be doing also, is creating soil. I have soil amendments, everything right on my property that I will be able to provide my clients. And also we'll have some partnerships in the works for some soil additives and stuff like that too. So I will be able to offer these premium soil companies to bring in some of the best soil amendments, so you have the best chance at your food forest flourishing. And just once these take hold and once they start maturing, nature takes over. Okay, they are planted the way nature intends. So we don't just plant an apple tree. We plant an apple tree, but we also plant strawberries in there, nasturtium, sunflowers, black-eyed Susans, comfrey. You can even put well, you got your sage, you got your oreganos, your wild oreganos. They're all perennials, so they'll keep coming back. You can put onions there, but you can put so many different types of insect attractors, nitrogen fixers, dynamic accumulators. Okay, you put all these around in a community, in a circle, in a guild, and they all support each other, from the ones underneath the ground, from the roots under the ground to the top of the canopy. They all serve and support each other, just like nature. You drive by all of these forests on the side of, I don't know who that is, you know, on the side of the road, and you see a tree, you see all different height of trees, all different types of trees. You see a bunch of different types of weeds and different types of grasses, and some stuff has berries on it, some doesn't, but they all grow together. They all serve their purposes and serve their parts. And if you notice, where do the leaves go? Tell me, where do the leaves go when they fall off the trees in the woods? Nowhere. They go right to the ground, and they turn into soil. Okay? And while they're sitting on the ground, turning back into soil, when they compost, they're providing habitat. They're providing cover for all the microbes and all the biome, everything that's in, all the insects and small animals and rodents, you call them, whatever. They're all in those. Even bees are in the leaves on the ground. And I've actually had a run-in with a hive of bees, or a beehive, this past summer when I was pulling up some sod. And I pulled up the sod, and there was a beehive in it, and I didn't know. And next thing you know, I'm getting stung all over my arms. And I know they say don't run, but shit, I ran around the house that I was working at. And then I got a bucket and I put it over the top of the beehive, and yeah, then put a rock on top of that, and then I finished what I was doing. But yeah, anyway, that has nothing to do with anything. But yeah, that's the way nature has a solution. And a food forest, when planted properly, when designed properly, intelligently designed, is going to provide you a food producing landscape, a food producing forest, and it's going to be less maintenance than a lawn. Okay, sure, maybe when in the beginning, first couple of years, you want to prune your trees. That's what you're going to do. You're going to prune them, okay? Or you're going to add some more mulch the next season or whatever. But that is nothing compared to putting all the insecticides and the poisons in your grass because you want it to be green. Then you take your happy ass and you get on your riding lawnmower for 2 hours and you drive around your yard when that could be filled with food. You could still have a bunch of trees all over your property and drive your tractor if you want. But what if it was apples and oranges, or not oranges, nectarines and peaches and pears and cherries and honeyberries and blueberries, blackberries? I mean, there's so many things you can grow here in Minnesota. Kiwi. You can grow, you have your own vineyard and have a bunch of different types of grapes growing. Make your own wine. I've built grape trellises. I've built kiwi trellises. I built compost bins. I built deer fences with raised garden beds, like 40 or 50 feet by 100 feet with 24 raised garden beds, full of irrigation, water lines. Everything's on timers, and you know, you can do whatever you need and design your property over this winter and get ready to have food in the ground starting in the spring. So I don't know if you're interested in talking about having your property designed. Give me a shout, Travis at foodforestabundance.com, or visit my website. I got a new shorter name, ffamn.com, but that will forward to Food Forest Abundance, Minnesota. So have an amazing day, my friends, and grow food. See ya.